Hey, Pure Salon guests, it's Kyla Huckabee here, and I wanted to reach out and share with you what the back to business strategy is for here at the salon. Now, this is video 1 in a 2-part series, and I'm calling this video, On Your Mark, Get Set, because we're not ready to go yet. Because while we don't have an open date yet from our governor, we are anticipating that it's only a few weeks away. And I want to do everything that I can to make sure I'm ready and to make sure that you're ready to be back here at the salon. I just want to start by telling you, I miss you so much. I miss you so much. I mean, this place is my second home, and you guys are my family. And so much of what I do here in the salon is driven by passion. So I'm sure you can understand how I've been feeling a little deflated lately because I haven't been able to see you guys. So please know that I am just as anxious to be back here working with you as you are to be back here having me work on you. So please know that I do miss you so, so much. I wanted to let you in on a few things that I'm doing to prepare for when you can come back into the salon. First, I'm working hard on putting the salon back together. You might notice something different behind me. You might not even recognize where I'm standing in the salon because the salon has had a facelift since the last time you've been here. So I'm working hard at making sure this space is fresh and new for when you return. I'm also doing all logistical things like ordering supplies and making sure the salon is stocked with everything we're going to need, not only to perform your services, but also to make sure that we have all of the PPE equipment and extra sanitation products that we're going to need to adhere to the guidelines that are set. So I'm working on that. And please know that the entire salon will have a sanitation from top to bottom before anybody's allowed to step in once we have an opening date. So those are some of the things that I'm doing to help prepare for when you can be back, when we all can be back in this new beautiful space. Another thing that we're doing to make sure that we're all prepared is virtual consultations. So you should have received communication from me in the last couple of days, starting to schedule virtual consultations with each of you starting Monday, May 18th. So many of you have responded and are already scheduled for next week, and I still have had yet to hear from some of you. So I wanted to include a little bit about the why behind a virtual consultation and what it really is. So a virtual consultation is this right here, what I'm doing with you. Only you have the ability to talk back to me. It's just 15 minutes so that we can get on the phone together. I can see your shining face that I haven't seen in at least 12 weeks, if not longer. And we can just check in and connect because that's a huge part of what I do. Behind the chair what I thrive on is that connection with you. The other part of the why behind the virtual consultation is because it's been at least 12 weeks, if not more, since we've seen each other or since you've had your hair done professionally. So, some of you may have chosen at-home solutions for your haircuts or your hair colors. And those are things that we need to talk about before I can book your reservation. And the reason for that is I have hundreds of people to get in once I know when I'm allowed to be open and not a lot of time to do it. So I want to make sure that we have an exact plan of what you need so that I can make sure that we schedule you accordingly so that we all have the expectation set. So that really is the why behind the virtual consultation. And please know that it is something we need to do in order for you to be able to book a reservation once I have an open date. So if you haven't reached out to me yet, please do that so I can get you on my schedule as soon as possible. Let's talk about, I have my notes here, I'm peeking down at them. Let's talk about what services are going to look like during this first round of reservations in the salon. Because I have hundreds of people to get in a small amount of time so that nobody's waiting another 3 months for their hair appointment, there's going to be a limited amount of services available during this first round of reservations. And let me explain to you what that means. So, as many of you know, I have a wide variety of services that I offer here at the salon. During this first round of reservations, only maintenance services are going to be available. I'll tell you what that means. So you can have your hair color retouched. You can have your hair glazed or color balanced. Absolutely, you can get a haircut. And any highlighting or balayage will be limited to accent pieces only. So if you have that bright pop of money piece in the front of your hair, or you've got these ponytail pieces underneath here, those are the only highlighting or balayaging processes that will be available during this first round of reservations. So you can get your regrowth colored, your base color done. You can get your hair glazed or color balanced. You can absolutely get a haircut. And you can have some accent pieces, you can have your accent pieces maintained. So those are going to be the services that are going to be available this first time around, just so that we can try to condense some time, make sure that everybody has room to get in. And then when we schedule your next reservation, then we can book time for your full balayage or your full highlight or your color correction. So please bear with me on that while we kind of work through that process. Also, waxing services are limited to only what can be done with a mask on. So that means, yes, you can get your eyebrows waxed, but anything under the mask is unavailable at this time because there's a high probability that we both will be required to wear masks during the entire service. So I'm trying to make adjustments accordingly. The other service that is not available during the first round of reservations, some of you might need to sit down for this, is a blowout, a blow dry. I know, stomp your feet, scream and yell, curse the sky, whatever you need to do, but here's the deal. Blow dries, I know, are next to getting your hair shampooed, are one of our favorite services here at the salon. I know it's one of my favorite services. However, blow dryers move a lot of air around. They move a lot of particles around, and they move a lot of dust, dirt, debris, hair particles, all of those things, okay? So they move a lot of air. And I can tell you, I tried to blow dry my hair with a mask on, and it's wildly uncomfortable because especially if there's hair clippings anywhere, if we've done a haircut, those end up in your mask, up your nose, in your mouth. It's horribly uncomfortable. So for the sake of sanitation and comfort, and of course time, because a beautiful blow dry does take time, right now, blowouts and blow dries are kind of off the table for services in this first round of reservations. However, that doesn't mean that you leave here dripping wet and unstyled. So please hear me out on this. I have plenty of products that are leave-in, air dry, and specifically to enhance your natural texture. So this is a great opportunity for me to coach you, because we're going into summer, on ways that you can allow your hair to air dry and products that you can use so that you don't have to do so much blow drying to your hair. So that's a great opportunity for that. Also, I can still braid your hair or, put it up in a beautiful bun or all of those things. So you're not just going to leave here wet and unstyled. So please know that I've got you taken care of on that front. And adding blow drying back into the service menu will be something that I continue to assess as our requirement for personal protection equipment recedes. So if that makes sense, I'll just continue to assess that as we go on. The last thing I want to touch on at the end of this video is how scheduling will move forward once I get the green light to open my salon. So once I have a date, I will reach out to each of you individually. So you will receive a text from me in the order that you were originally scheduled, all the way back. Go all the way back to March 16th when we were closed down due to COVID-19. I have kept everybody in the schedule in the same order that they were already there. I haven't moved anyone. So I will reach out to you in the order that you were originally scheduled, and I will be booking reservations in the order that I am responded to. So as you respond to my text message, it will keep you in a queue, and I will book in the order that you have responded to me, if that makes sense. Please understand, I need your grace. I need your patience. I have hundreds of you to get into a schedule, and it's only me to do it, and I'm not allowed to double book. I will only be allowed to see one guest at a time. So that means I have to plan my schedule accordingly. So once you receive your text that it's okay to book an appointment, you'll respond back to me. There'll be directions on what to do. And then please allow me 24 hours to respond back to you so I can work my way through the queue. This is going to take time and patience on both of our parts. So I really appreciate everyone's support and flexibility in this area. And I'm so excited to finally see you all again. So this concludes our On Your Mark, Get Set, Back to Business video. And I told you in the beginning, this is video 1 of a 2-part series. There will be a second video, just like you received the link to this video in a text message so that you could click on it and it played. You will receive the link to the second video once we have reservations booked, and that will be me right here doing the same thing, talking to you about what to expect the day of your service when you come into the salon. So I haven't made that video yet because we don't have all of the requirements yet that have been directed by our governor. So when I have all of those and a date to open, you will receive a second video. So please be patient. I miss you all. If there's anything you need from me, if you have questions about anything in this video, please text me, please email me. You can call me, however you feel appropriate to get a hold of me. If you have any questions, please reach out. And I'm really, really excited to see everyone's faces on virtual consultations next week. Till then, bye.